I got a purring kitty out here with me this morning, but we're both pretty happy because we made some awesome progress on this engine, and I think today we're going to maybe roll it over and put the oil pump in and maybe even the oil pan. We have the oil pump for 7J we're going to use on this engine, and the foldovers aren't quite done correctly, so somebody's been in here or done something with this oil pump before. We're trying to get this unstuck, and this is where you adjust the oil pressure, and you should be able to reach in through the bottom of the oil pan or through one of the sides to adjust it. Ooh, it's...
Pull it to you.
It's... Oh, there it goes.
Work it.
There we go. It was just stuck right there.
Yeah.
You know what? We should probably mark it with a marker on here so that we know where it was. Or I give you permission to put one of your dings in that.
You're real close to where it was.
I think so, yeah. In the book right here, it shows the oil pressure relief valve, which is that thing we broke loose and turned. It says oil pressure is increased by turning in on the adjusting screw or decreased by turning out on the adjusting screw.
There. That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's where it was, or within one notch or two.
And these screens and this pump is in...
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're in a lot better shape. Our 4G one was a mess. Dad got all this freed up. He got it, we soaked it in diesel for months, and we got it working, but we need to put this in some diesel and see if it's going to pump. This is a two-stage oil pump, essentially. It picks up from this larger one down here in the bottom, and then if that runs out of oil, it can pick it up from this screen up here in the front.
This is simply a scavenge screen. So if it gets to the front of the sump, it will, this upper body of the pump will pick it up, pump it back down through here, and I forget where it comes out. Anyway, it just drains it back into the main sump so that this pump can pull it up again.
And essentially the main pump pumps everything. This is just precautionary for if you're working on an angle.
It's just something. A scavenge pump, yeah.
Hopefully I got enough.
That'll work.
We're just going to make a mess.
I know. I'm afraid we're going to have a mess.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I put a really makeshift adapter on a drill here, and we're going to try and turn this. I guess. Well, I think we're going the wrong way.
All right, try it.
Let me go reverse. Yeah, look at it pump this down up here.
It sucked that down, didn't it?
It sucked that completely dry.
In
no seconds.
Yeah.
So it goes counterclockwise.
Like it is now?
Yeah. Put a little more diesel in this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Look at it. Oh. It's working. We need to turn this engine upside down and get it off the blocks here and have a look underneath of there.
Well, we know the scavenge part works.
Yeah, it sucked it down in a matter of seconds. Dad thinks I'm crazy, but I'm going to try and spin it first. I'm saying there's about a 60% chance I can do it.
Well, if you want to try it.
I'm going to try.
Look at that. Well, I'm off of it.
It might be all right.
I'm off.
Well, let me see.
No. It's front heavy.
It's very front heavy.
Is it? It ain't picking the back up.
No. I should have bet money on this. I don't know that I would...
It's pretty wiggly jiggly.
Yeah.
We'll block it up on the top of this here with wood. It's
really going to be something when we get that oil pan on it.
Yeah. Go a little more. About there. Which won't hurt.
Right there?
Yeah.
There.
Go up. Now let's reblock with these.
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah. There's a gasket and it pumps through.
Which is right here. Which is this hole right here.
Right. Looks like this is gonna, I'll trim this off when we make our gasket for this oil pan. It'll be fine. We're gonna have to fix this fold-over lock for sure. Okay, I'm playing lawyer again today because Dad's not convinced that this thing's working properly. So we're gonna take this out of here and put it over in our solvent tank and get it to work. The way it's working is it's trying to pick this up out of this front screen up the auxiliary. I think it needs to have the stagnant oil level at a certain level so it'll equalize and start pumping out of the main pump for oil pressure. That's my theory. Not necessarily Dad's.
I don't know. I would think if, as long as this bottom screen is covered, that it would pump. But
our auxiliary, it's pumping like crazy. So
yeah.
it's working fine.
Yeah.
This is so corny. All right. It's pumping out of there, Dad.
There it went.
All right. Are we good with the lawyer? Are we okay now?
I feel better now. You know what? I think you're right. This has to be, the level has to be at least higher than where that is.
Yes, yes. All right. Now that I've completed my closing arguments and the jury has voted that we can proceed, we're going to rinse this out with another round of diesel. I'm just going to put my drill back on here and spin it. The right way is the wrong way. It's reverse. Yeah, it sucked all that up. We're fine.
It came through.
Okay, let's move on. We're remodeling. Yes, we're gonna do a will it start on the truck. I've been out there today putting Marvel in things, so it's coming up. We just need to wait for more warmer weather. And yeah, it's unseasonably warm. It's the end of January. It's 65 degrees, but who knew? Yeah, we're cleaning extra gasket material here. And getting ready. We're going to make a gasket for this oil pan and put our oil pump on. I just cut off the tail for this rope seal right here. I'm going to cut this one off over here as well. And Dad's making a gasket for the fuel pump so we can put it on.
Actually, it's the oil pump.
Yes, the oil pump.
Closer to the edge.
Yeah. Got your favorite hammer for the gasket material. This one's going to be easy to make, it looks like.
Never stay
Yeah,
easy.
that's true. Here, do you want to hold this down and I'll mark underneath of it with a pencil?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I got part of it.
Oh,
So
you're good.
I pretty much have it.
Dad's stamping out gaskets up on the bench, and I'm going to go ahead and degrease this block. We've got the oil pan out here. We're going to flip it over and make a gasket. I've got a piece of gasket material that's the .030, I think it is. It's perfect size, barely. It's 36 by 18. It'll do this whole thing in one piece. We're giving this oil pan just a little bit of a once-over and a additional cleaning before we try to make our gasket here. And Dad's making sure all the bolt holes are clean over there. And I'm just scraping to make sure there's no gasket material or anything left on here. Now, I've already chased all the holes where this is going to bolt on the block. So that shouldn't be anything to worry about. I'm going to put a little sealant on this plug and put it in here and tighten it up. Everything's ready to go on. Are we ready for the oil pump?
Well, I'd like to prime it with some oil.
Well, like I said, we'll put it on there and then we'll dump oil in through the filter housing on the side of the engine block.
All right.
You got your gasket on there. Put a little grease on our gear.
Now we'll have to. You might have to turn the motor to get the
gear to slide in there. Let me get a bar. Wonder which way I need to go.
I don't know. There it went.
Put a little Loctite on this bolt here because this is one we couldn't get out without taking the fold over, or without taking the whole pump apart essentially. This bolt here is a real pain. We had to take the pickup that goes up here to the front of the engine off. This is not the very most accessible part of this machine, I've noticed.
We did the first one upside down.
I did both of them upside down.
No, this one was, well, yeah, I guess so. That's 45?
That's 45.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
That was a 2 grunt.
2 grunt?
Spreading my wrench.
All right. I think let's fold these locks over, put the front pickup on, and get this oil pan on here. Gasket in there, copper O-ring in there, copper O-ring out here. I put Loctite on these ones up here too. So we got those done, got the locks all folded over, got everything torqued. Now we're ready for our pan. And I'm ready to be done with fold over locks for a while. This thing's super heavy. We're gonna do a test run and see how high we can lift it. I mean, I can go higher.
Well, you're gonna need to.
I can do it.
Okay.
Okay, we decided we're gonna save our backs because we got a lot of heavy stuff to lift in the future.
And fingers.
And we weren't really thinking. So we're gonna do this with the crane. Picking it up nice and level. We just put these bolts and screwed them into this. There's some threaded holes here where there's a plate on the bottom of the pan. If we can get this to lift up high enough, it'll work perfect.
I think that's probably, what's your guess on weight? 150, 60?
Oh, yeah.
175 pounds?
Yeah,
maybe?
150 probably.
Close.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yes. It's going to come out further as you let it down.
You think?
Yes.
All right, we're going slow.
Yeah. Go slow.
You okay?
You might need to even go backwards at some point.
Whoa. Backwards?
Well, yeah, because as you go out, it's going to go further out.
Well,
if you go down, I mean.
How you doing?
Okay. Okay.
It's coming down.
Let her down.
It's coming. I'm going to hold it here. I'm pretty well lined up here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hit your dowels.
We're good. Right on, like a glove. Like a glove.
We're not quite there, but all right. Let me loose.
All right.
Get some bolts in.
That's good. Here.
All right.
I'll go get some others.
So far, mine are going right in.
That's the side I did. So if there's any problems, they'll be over here on your side. Actually, I don't even know.
I need a few more bolts. These were all new locks, right?
Yep, everything's new. You got extras?
Nope.
One?
Nope. I need one more, actually.
All right.
Right here.
Dad's gonna run them up with the power tool. I'm gonna torque them to 45 foot-pounds. I'm gonna start in the middle and work my way out, kind of like a standard oil pan or valve cover. Everything's torqued down on this oil pan. I've got to put this cover on the bottom next to the screen in the oil pump. I got a 2B1298 gasket at Caterpillar a while back. This is about the only gasket I could find for this thing. So, let's get it on there. We were having a kind of a debate about whether to put silicone on this factory Cat gasket or not. So, we landed on going ahead and putting silicone on it. This side's okay, but the other plate's got a little bit of bends and waves in it. We've straightened it, a few imperfections, and we want to seal it up good. You guessed it, torquing to 45. We want to get this engine rolled over so that we can continue working on it. And our plan is to put the crane, because this thing's getting super heavy, especially with that oil pan on there now. I'm going to put a nylon strap or something around the front of the crankshaft here. And I'm going to go back here on our stand and try and turn it. We'll pull the blocks out once we get the front of it picked up with the crane. And then once we get it spun around where we want it, we'll let it down on some more blocks. It's getting closer to home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got the engine over here in front of 4G. Yeah, it's a little wonky, but it's stable enough for tonight. We're going to fix it later. Probably put the bell housing on there and build something to hold it nice and tight. I'm going to throw a cover over this engine. It's getting dark. I'm getting tired. I do want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Should we go work on the truck? Maybe? You like the truck? I think we should.